and good evening, chat. Hope all of you are doing so well. And hello there, Anya.
Hello, Wak. It's great to see you.
Another week, another wonderful stream of this together.
Indeed. It's that time again for us to confront our fates.
And maybe I can't even say stay the night. There's no pun we can do with Holo Ataraxia.
It's such a weird combination of words. You can't work it into anything.
Yeah. This time surely there will be plot, clueless. There has to be something, right? It has to be. We literally can only do things on the final day.
It's either going to be plot or it's going to be Illya.
It's one of the
Which might also be plot.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. If nothing else, I can imagine maybe talking to Illya could unlock extra content through the rest of the days about something.
I love stalling.
Wap Halloween Ataraxia. If you check our Twitter announcement an hour ago, we have already made that one, actually.
We need to stop. We say that shit so often.
We really do. We really, really do.
Hello everybody. It's wonderful to see you.
It feels almost a little bit like you do so much streaming in the week before we do anything together here. You have our stream, you have Detroit.
Before this, I have Undertale Yellow's over, but this week at least, Detroit, and then immediately Split Fiction. I sat in Undertale on the same day for me. That's one of those is with you, and then jump into Fate near tomorrow.
Yeah. On that note, do you know what you're going to be playing now that Undertale Yellow is over, or?
We agreed at the end of that stream to just let things to sit and just leave that slot open because I decided I don't want to stream in the middle of the night anymore. I think it sucks.
No, that's so fair. It's so late. It's so late.
I got out of bed at 3 p.m. today because I was up until 6 in the morning playing that game, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. For Deltarune, we are playing in the early evening our time, so we'll be fine.
That will be fine. Also, continue your Digimon fixation. That's always been a thing. Like, there's a lot of good things in Digimon, and we've been meaning to check it out at some point. But it feels a little busy sometimes for us. There's a lot going on.
It's one of those things that I have made my peace that I will probably never touch, and despite having a ton of people I know who are really, really in love with it.
We'll see. Let me get the game going, actually. Music can stop about now. There we go.
I love seeing the sidebars. I'm gonna miss this bit. Because I'm pretty sure the Mihoyo remake is in widescreen, so...
Oh, right, because we're playing the remake. Oh, so it's going to be widescreen. And same when we eventually do Tsukihime. Oh. That is not right. Huh. That's so weird. Look, the save file and the entrance is still the previous one.
So I just lost connection for a full 30 seconds. This is going to be one of those streams, apparently.
No, let me stream to you. 1 second. There you go. Can you see things?
Stream failed to start.
Oh, no!
Stream failed to start. How'd the stream go? I'm not giving you feedback for that, Discord.
Also, hey, Heavy, please be careful with spoilers. We're about to start.
Obligatory hello? It's really not obligatory. Don't do that.
We will be watching you play Stay Night later.
I have gotten like 4 phone calls today from numbers I don't recognize that hang up immediately.
That sounds like there's some kind of spam calling, like register going around, and maybe your phone has just been given to a bunch of people.
Oh, I
Which
love
sucks.
technology.
Oh, heavy as well. Apparently, this is like a thing that's happening. Did you know there was a big leak of like Steam stuff? So maybe, like, they said the passwords didn't leak, but maybe the phone numbers did. So they're like,
I hate technology. Also, the stream just is not
okay,
happening.
let me stop this and go back in. One moment. What about now?
Let's find out. Yeah, didn't Steam release a statement that like the leak didn't happen?
Oh, I did a cursory glance, and I thought what they said was that they hadn't leaked the passwords, but like maybe there was some kind of data leak, but not the passwords. I didn't know it was completely.
Am I Tosaka? I sometimes feel like it. Also, Heavy, get out of here.
Okay, let me disconnect the call completely and come back and see if that works.
Word.
Okay, I'm back in. And I am...
She hate the technology and she beat the technology. Okay. So, stream failed to start. Let me leave and try it.
Okay. You didn't actually leave. Anya? Anya? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, chat. One moment. Let me pull up the music again for the... it's gonna be one of those days. Oh, that may be a crash on their side. Oh no. Hello?
Hello?
For the love of God, hello!
Oh, for the love of God, hello!
What about now?
Let's fucking see. Oh my god, thank God, I'm in.
It works! It works finally! Sometimes, when things are not working, all you need to do is to turn it off and turn it back on again. We just had to both leave the call and completely reset the server.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
We have confirmed that there's nothing left any of the other days, so we're just going to be skipping to the final day.
Dawn of the final day.
Here we go. We have Big Bridge plot or the Illya scenarios. Any
we can
preferences?
get Illya out of the way, I guess.
Let's get Illya out of the way. And we have this one that we've been putting off for a while.
I think it's just the one, so we can just slide along through this.
There's also a very big non-zero chance that after going through this one, we will unlock a different one in the same place, so we'll see.
True.
Also, there's the night scenes that I know we haven't done 2 of them, I think, but we'll see.
Right.
Come to think of it, from what Liz said, this castle should have a courtyard somewhere. Sela is the one who looks after it, so she'd be mad if I just went in of my own accord. If I'm with Illya, though, there shouldn't be a problem. Courtyard? We do have one, but it's pretty boring. If you want to go somewhere to play, don't you think the 3rd floor that Rin messed up could be more fun? That's more dangerous than interesting, so no. For now, I just want a carefree day to spend with you, so let's go some place where we can take a walk. Huh? And I grant you special permission to enter the flower garden. Will you be okay wearing that? The courtyard is the coldest place in the castle, so you won't be able to enjoy it for very long without a coat on. Is that right? Can I borrow a scarf then? Sure. I'll bring you my favorite one. I'm going to go get my coat too, so just wait a bit. Really cold courtyard, huh? I said it before, but the courtyard's nothing special. Because the Einsbergs come from snowy mountains, we don't have a tradition of growing flowers inside the castle. Still, Sela seems to have made a flower bed here after realizing that Illya wished for one. She may seem strict, but deep down I bet she'd love to pamper Illya a bit. Okay, I'm opening it. I'm repeating myself, but don't be too disappointed, Shiro. The door opens. A biting chill, unheard of for autumn, nips at my cheeks. A gray sky covers the old castle. Under the dark sunlight of eternal winter, the garden jumps into view. The breath we exhale turns white. This is a place where winter really has settled permanently. The profound silence seems almost like it's engraved into the courtyard itself. The castle appears to have been built in a U shape. The courtyard is probably right in the center. See? You're disappointed, aren't you? Sela tried her best, but when it's so cold, you can't really grow any more flowers than this. Illya's voice lacks confidence. Why do you feel it's almost the end of the game? Because it is! It's almost the end of the game.
We are swiftly running out of things to put off the nightmare at the end of this, whatever that may be.
But for a commoner like myself, this park-like garden can only be something to be admired. That's not true. It's large and yet well-maintained. The colors are vivid. Seeing flowers bloom in spite of this cold is luxury at its finest. I suppose, but its elegance isn't what it could be, I think. There ought to be a lot more decoration than this. Like covering the grounds with fountains or building a great big canopy and letting climbing vines grow over it. A big show like that to make everyone go, wow, that's what we need. You're really going for the extravagance, don't you? I think that letting it be and look natural like this is much more calming, though. There's not even a greenhouse. Don't you think that Sela planned it out this way? Yeah? She only decorates it on special occasions and keeps it like this the rest of the time. You know, Sela's actually really gentle when it comes to plants and animals. She says living things are happiest when they're allowed to live simply and display their natural colors. Aww!
Oh, that's beautiful.
Aww! I see. She does say some pretty meaningful things. So does that mean that all the flowers here were already naturally growing in this place? I think so. When I first came here, this courtyard wasn't maintained that well. But Sela and Liz did a lot to improve the soil. They put the flowers that were already blooming here into more nutritious earth and added slate to the soil that was already here to reinforce it. She talks as though it happened ages ago. But even then, the fact that some flowers were still here when Illya came means that 10 years ago, this courtyard had been covered with them, probably. I see. So that means someday this whole place will have plenty of flowers once again. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Because, right, if this is the Einsberg residence here 10 years ago and the Holy Grail War with everything going on. Yep, and when that happens, I suppose I'll forgive it for lacking in elegance. Sela said she wants to take time raising them, so I'll be looking forward to seeing what they will be like in another 2 years. Oh no. Oh no, that hurts. Oh no, that hurts. A courtyard grown into a flower garden, huh? I told her so myself, but if it really turns out that way, then this will become the most luxurious spot in the whole castle without doubt. Oh, the snow!
That's precious, actually.
We continue our aimless stroll through the courtyard. Illya's about twice as energetic as usual, running to and fro across the grounds. Look, Shiro! There's a little bird on that branch over there. Wouldn't it be nice if she'd build a nest? Look, there's something written on the pedestal over here. Let's see now. Date, On this day, construction of the flower bed began. May I be able to raise strong and healthy flowers within it. Wow, I can't believe Stella made a commemorative carving! It's like something out of a girl's comic. That's so unlike her. Stop! Stay away from there, Shiro. That's a trap for burglars over there. If you step on it, you will fall straight down into the dungeon!
I like that they just have one of those. That makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's definitely true that just watching her is making me feel energetic as well. I could walk all the way to the forest like this. Shiro! See that budding branch up there? You know what it is? That could be... I wonder what kind it is? I don't think it's walnut, that much I can tell. Wrong! That is indeed a budding walnut tree! This one is known as a wingnut, and though you will note its shape is different, it's a member of the walnut family all the same. Shoot, is that right? You should know your trees, Illya. Yeah? I know all about different kinds of walnut trees. Kiritsugu was such a sneaky guy, I ended up remembering all this too before I knew it. Kiritsugu? Kiritsugu means Kiritsugu, duh.
Oh.
That's right, I shouldn't suddenly bring him up in front of Shiro. The reason I first came here was because I heard about Kiritsugu's son and came to kill him. Illya's expression turns pensive. That was my mistake just now. Illya was just keeping a light conversation going and I had to go and screw it up. No! Sorry, that didn't come out right. I know you didn't mean anything serious. No need to apologize. I was just as careless. Neither of us handled that very well, so let's forgive and forget. And besides, I don't know what to do if you apologize like that. You sure equate to look relieved, aren't you, Oni-chan? I'm still so upset after all. Yeah.
The little Shiro noises are the funny in the world.
I love them! This little devil is still in top shape, I see. But even so, I feel that she's not motivated by hatred, but rather by affection this time. It's the role of the older brother to just accept the situation. Got it, I'll be more careful. Since I don't want to die just yet, I'll prepare myself so that if you're going to come at me, then I'm ready for you anytime. Okay. Then whenever I feel like being spoiled, I'll come assault you. And no excuses next time. She answers with a smile that looks like it's about to pounce on me. What have I gotten myself into here? I'll really have to double the intensity of my training now. What about what you were saying before? What did you mean when you said Kiritsugu was a sneaky guy? Did the old man do something to you, Illya? Oh boy! Ooh. We're not bringing this up. Please. He did. It was really sneaky. So when we went looking for winter bats together, he could count all kinds of walnut trees I'd never even heard of, like wingnuts and Platycaria. I only knew what regular walnut trees look like, so there was no way I could out-count Kiritsugu. But even though he knew all that, he never told me there are other kinds until I noticed myself. You only knew what red walnuts look like, so you could only count those. But Kiritsugu could count the blue and yellow walnuts too. That really is totally unfair. How can you hope to win against 3-1 odds like that? My old man was pretty mature himself. I know. And even though mother knew, she never told me and I had to figure everything out myself. She even said she was jealous that I got along so well with Kiritsugu. Oh boy.
Oh, yikes.
That is the first time that Illya has said any allusion to her mother, actually.
I think it might be.
Hard to imagine Fate Zero Kiritsugu doing this. Yeah, do remember that Fate Zero is basically an AU that is not entirely adherent. Even though they got along really well themselves and were together all the time. Illya throws her small lips out in a pout. That gesture just now was really cute. Hold on. You said that your mother and Kiritsugu were together all the time? From what Saber told me, Kiritsugu was living alone. Emiya Kiritsugu left his wife and daughter behind and came here to fight alone. That's what she said. Like I said, Kiritsugu was a sneaky guy. Certainly, during the previous Holy Grail War, Kiritsugu fought alone without leading Saber. But that's a lie. Kiritsugu brought Mother along with him to Japan and he was definitely using her in a master's role, having never really talked to Saber. But because of that, Mother died. Kiritsugu decided he could fight alone, win alone, and continue on to the next round alone each time. But no way was everything going to go that smoothly for him, right? In the end, Kiritsugu could not betray himself. He chose to leave my mother, Iris Biel. Oh, both of us behind and fight alone. Oh.
Yikes.
Illya's account of the events from 10 years ago is awfully fragmented, and I don't think I'm quite getting it all. But what I do understand is... So when Kiritsugu came to Fujuki, you were left all alone. And Illya's mother died here in the city. No, that's not it. Even after Kiritsugu left, Mother was always with me. But the woman who died for Kiritsugu's sake in the Fourth War was definitely the same mother who gave birth to me. And furthermore, I think the one who was really all alone wasn't me, but Saber. I said so before, but Kiritsugu and Saber were never understood each other right up to the end. Saber told me the same thing. Kiritsugu never really talked to her, and in the end, without allowing the Holy Grail to take form, he ordered her to destroy it with a command spell. I see. So that means Saber was acting independently of Kiritsugu? She'd have had to, wouldn't she? There had to be some times when they worked out together, but most of the time, they went their separate ways, is what she said. Saber was always really open with me, even knowing that I was Irisville's child. That Saber. She even thought I was just a standard Ainsburn homunculus at first and not Kiritsugu's daughter. Awfully rude of her, don't you think? The word of 10 years ago. This is fascinating little backlore here.
It really is.
Holo Ataraxia's release predates Zero's light novel by like a year. Ooh, I see. Even though she remembers it all, Saber obstinately refuses to talk about it. It is already in the past. Now that all the participants are gone, there's no reason to dig up the old bones. However, there are still those who bear the scars of those times here. A survivor of the war, and a girl who was left alone in the war of 10 years past. That the two could have the same father, the spiral of fate must still be turning as it always has. I am just thinking about the fact that she does survive the... the fact that we have talked about how Ryder and Sakura's shenanigans are very much something you could see happening in the post-Heaven's Feel ending. A lot of Rin stuff is definitely more Magus-oriented, so you think of the ending of Unlimited Blade Works and Shiro being more of a Magus alongside her. This is the end of Fate. It is the scars of 10 years ago. It is Illya is still alive in this timeline. The stuff going on. It's interesting seeing all of these facets in this game. Come on, Shiro, don't make that face. We can't forget about the past, but we don't have to drag it back out either, right? We are who we are. It's fine if we just go on living our way.
Yeah.
There's only honesty in that smiling face. As though to cheer me up, Illya turns to look straight at me. Thank you. I'm really happy to hear you say that. But still, it feels like something doesn't add up. You said something about still feeling unsatisfied before. That's another story. There's no changing how things turned out with Kiritsugu, but that doesn't change anything about you, right? Which means that chasing after you, Oni-chan, is already my last word. God, no! Thank goodness, Illya seems to say as she frolics about, gremlin acquired. Ugh. Is this what it feels like to be overflowing with affection for a younger sibling? So now that we cleared that up, let's talk about something less boring. We finally have time for ourselves. Let's use it properly and go play. She pulls my arm to urge me along. I can definitely agree with that. Alright, let's go play until the sun sets. Let's say, why don't we head toward the forest? Yeah, let's. And I can teach you all about the different kinds of walnut trees while we do. Even though it's far away, this is still the Ainsworth Forest. There's probably more walnut buds than we can count out there. Aww. Aww. Illya takes my hand in hers and together we leave the garden. He searched for a walnut that spans the divide of 10 years. A bond that a man formed with his young daughter long ago. The baton has now been passed to me. Oh!
Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Man, that was fantastic Illya content.
Skip this. Okay. Kiritsugu going home and becoming a family man leads to the curse. No! I was also thinking a little bit about Tom in chat while that scene was going on. Tom is very weak to helping Illya. Well, he got to sleep.
She's been growing on me lately.
So this is Staying the Night. Sela has just come in being...
We're doing it. We're Fate Staying the Night.
We're Fate Staying the Night, yeah. We have Quietly Go to Sleep cursing Sela, or Try My Best.
I could go to sleep cursing Sela. We don't talk about Prelia. Actually, people do. All the time. Every time Illya comes up. And I like to stop.
It's not like I really have anything to do, but I'll stay up a little while longer. After a reception like that, it wouldn't be so easy for me to calm down and not to sleep. The time is past 10 p.m. In defiance of the late hour, I glare at a stain on the wall, which, as I realize, is shaped not unlike a human corpse. I lie on the mattress for an hour. Having held back indignation at my shabby treatment before, there's nothing to do but suck it up and go to sleep. It's cold. It hurts. I can't sleep. Not mentally. I am physically unable to fall asleep. This is, the most pathetic sopping wet I think we've seen Shiro. Oh. Oh, is that supposed to be Sella's terrifying plan to crush the spirit of Miyashiro, one who sleeps in a storehouse as part of his daily routine? Seriously, it's getting cold in here. I could use another blanket at least. Oh well. An issue I've never given much thought has to become a matter of life or... Wait. Is that him?
It's just bundled up. He looks like a body bag.
He's just curled up there. No. It's not Sherchan. How can I fall asleep here? You seductress castle-kun. Anyway. I'll sleep out for just a minute and look for something I can use as a blanket. My heavy footsteps rang out in the silence of the icy corridor. Ow! 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 Ow. You call me out. Because I say the truth. My apprehension grows with every step I take. I never gave much thought to what a castle at night could be like, but now that I'm here, and all alone at that, I'm starting to feel, unsurprisingly, a little uneasy. Oh, it's just the wind. I'm on the fourth floor of the castle after all. No wonder the wind up here is stronger. This is bad. I can feel terror mounting by the second. Forget going down to the lobby. At this rate, I'll end up fleeing back to the storeroom before I get to the third floor. And the one to blame for all of this is, of course, that's Sella. She sure is thorough, isn't she? Just turning out the lights in the storeroom wasn't good enough for you, huh? I said you didn't rest until the entire hallway was pitch black. That's right. The Ansbring Castle, which knows no sleep, has gone mysteriously dark tonight. I'm guessing it's not because they suddenly decided to save on energy costs either. More than likely, this was done for the sole purpose of harassing me. Damn it. Do you think this is all that it takes to beat me? The fear of a scary castle at night is just the thing to get you to learn magic, or so they say. I need these two to hate fuck so bad. Holy shit, Shiro. You want to fuck Sella so bad that it makes you look stupid. Wow. Trembling at the sound of my own footsteps, I advanced down the hall. I'm almost at the stairs. If I can make it down to the... chat, hi. Am I on? Are we on? Sorry, there was a sudden frame dropping moment, and there was a thing with YouTube telling me about potential buffering, so I'm making sure it's still running.
Looks fine on my end.
Okay.
As a viewer.
Sella is the one that looks stupid here. Both of them. Both of them.
Sella is starting it, but I think that Shiro is rising to the occasion.
Yeah. Like, listen, when such a brat appears in front of you, even Shiro is not above trying to tame them. If I can make it down to the first floor, everything will work out one way or another. Most of the doors down there should be locked, but the salon is usually left open. Once in there, I should be able to pick up as many makeshift blankets as I like. Alright, the lights are on. I guess not even Sala could go as far as to turn out the lobby lights. Calm down. Calm down. It may be kind of scary since it's so wide open, but after that hallway, this is nothing. Right, let's go. I feel my steps grow lighter as I head down the central staircase. The salon should be that way. Seeing how bright the lobby is, There should be plenty of light spilling over into the salon too. How naive of me. Something about this place is just unsettling. The Rococo interior blanketed in darkness is so eerie that I almost expect to see the elegant ghost of some departed aristocrats waltzing around. Enough of this. I don't care anymore. A tablecloth. Anything. As stealthily as I can, I enter the room. The sound of my footsteps is concealed completely by the plush carpet, but the perfect silence that results is even scarier. If it's this soundless, there's nothing to warn me if someone were to suddenly appear right behind me.
Feels
Wait.
like someone wants to sell me something.
Did I hear something just now? I did. In the furthest corner of the room, near the glass front at the cabinet, something white is moving. It seems like all sorts of unwelcome visitors have been appearing in the castle lately. The ghosts that wander through the forest. The monster Illya says she saw in the cellar. And here, lurking in the parlor where the outside light cannot reach. I drop into crouch and slowly creep further into the room, using the table as a shield. Yeah, I tried to keep a vantage point that will let me escape at any moment and move closer. Who's back there? And who on earth are you? Huh? Sell a date time! Like meeting a blind date for the first time. We stare blankly at each other. Don't call it a blind date too! Oh my god. Oh my god.
The tension building between them is so powerful. Every copy is personalized.
The cellar route, let's go! I see. So you weren't able to bear the cold and ended up coming down to the first floor in search of a blanket, you say? I must apologize. I forget too easily that those from outside the castle are accustomed to sleeping in warmer environs. Yeah, that's right. So, it could be great if you could lend me a blanket. Understood. I shall bring one without delay. Slag acknowledges my request without a fight this time. It almost seems anticlimactic, but as long as I finally get a blanket, I have no complaints. Forgive the sudden change of subject, but I must apologize once again. Even in the darkness of the parlor, late at night, mistaking you for a burglar was inexcusable, Emiya-sama. Oh, no problem. I almost did the same. Before I realized you could be down here, I was convinced it meant a go. Forgive the sudden change of subject, but will you be taking breakfast tomorrow morning? Am I correct in assuming that you could prefer rice rather than bread? No, I'd be fine with bread. Then it is settled. If there is anything else, please kindly inform me now. Sela speaks very briskly. She's certainly living up to her image as the refined, efficient maid. But no, there's nothing else I need. As soon as I have the blanket, I'll go back to my room, so I hold out my hand expectantly. Is there something you need, Emiya-sama? Like I said, the blanket, you don't have to bring it all the way up to the 4th floor for me. I'll just take it here. Forgive the further sudden change of subject, but at what time will you rise in the morning, Emiya-sama? If you require a wake-up call, I will see to it that one is arranged for you. What worries me is this. It really seems like Sela is obstinately refusing to give me a blanket. Got it. I'll go back to my room. Bring that blanket up as soon as you can, okay? Bidding her good night with that, I turn to head to for the staircase. Are you free now? Only to find a maid blocking my way. Ah? I am asking you if you have time on your hands. Did you hear a single word of what I just said? Understood? In that case, I have a task for you. Over to the left of the stairs. You see it? Right at the end of that hallway, you will find— Oh my fucking god!
You sleep in the basement, Shiro.
She wants him to check the basement for the ghost because she cannot do it when she told Liz that she would.
Oh my god.
And she's trying to keep Shiro awake so that he won't leave her alone and have to do it herself. Holy shit. But also, if I was at a lavish castle and a maid like this tried to get me down into the basement, I could agree immediately with 0 questions asked, and they won't see me ever again. Likely. Cellar rat confirmed. Right at the end of that hallway, you will find a staircase leading down to the cellar. At the bottom of the stairs, there is a wooden door. Please go through it, make 1 circuit of the room within, and return here. Hold on, isn't that the wine cellar you were talking about this afternoon? Indeed, that is its proper name. What about it? So let me get this straight. You're telling me to go find out what's going on for you. I truly regret that I have more pressing matters to attend to at this time and cannot spare a moment to patrol the wine cellar. So I know, what happens if I refuse? In that case, I believe I may not be able to deliver the blanket to your room, Emiya-sama.
I love this face so goddamn much.
She is so good, actually.
I'm like, it's this cat-like smugness.
There's something in particular about having seen her without the, like, fancy maid clothes too now that adds to it, you know?
I can't stop looking at her chest and thinking about how we know she actually looks.
To be fair, there's pictures of Sela from the side that show, like, there's a perspective trick definitely also going on by the fact that the chest opens in a circle pattern around the chest.
True.
If you actually see them side by side, Liz does look significantly bustier. That's low! You planned this from the very beginning, you dirty maid! Why, not at all. Needless to say, we shall keep this matter private to ourselves. In any case, if one is to state the facts, we have secretly met at night. I do acknowledge that this may be inconvenient for you as well, Emiya-sama. What is this? Just what kind of maid are you? You coerce a guest into doing your job and then blackmail him into silence on top of that? Want to keep Liz from finding out that badly, don't you? Silly, there's no need to act tough. Just come right out and ask. Even Liz probably couldn't laugh at you for that. That particular matter is none of your concern, Emiya-sama. So which shall be? Will you undertake this task or not? I'll do it. But only on one condition. You have to come with me for part of the way. You have to anyway, unless you want to lose face with Liz. But why that is utterly true? Will accompanying you as far as hallway down the stairs be satisfactory? That's fine. Alright then. Let's make sure to bring me that blanket after I'm through, okay? Just make sure to bring me that blanket. Yes? I shall arrange to have one of our finest blankets conveyed to you. That takes care of that. Sorry, I just keep thinking back about the idea of... Emiya-sama, I am very sorry, but as it just so happens, we do not have any spare blankets. However, I do hope my bodily heat may suffice. Suffice. Sorry.
Are you okay? Do you need to think about this for a little bit longer to get your feelings out?
No, I got the maid brain rot bad. It's not going anywhere.
Good.
That takes care of that. Let's go check out the cellar and get this over with. We make our way down the stairs. The staircase is wider than I expected it to be. It must be at least 2 meters across. Emiya-sama? I would like to add a condition of my own too. Fine, what is it? Whatever you may encounter down there, speak not a word of it to me afterwards. I turn instinctively. It's too dark for me to see Sella's face from here, but I can tell that she's sticking close behind me as we proceed. The way she's clenching the hem of my shirt kind of gave her away. So no matter what happens or what I see down there, you don't want to hear about it?
The fact that this snooty, rude, very controlling maid is terrified of ghosts and is clinging onto Shiro's shirt right now is the cutest thing in the world.
Just as you say, whether anything should happen or not, do not speak a word of what you've seen. A simple statement as to whether you encountered any danger or not will suffice. I never remember if it's suffice or suffice. I think it's suffice.
I think it's suffice.
Fuck, it was right the first time and I completely juked myself out.
English is difficult. Don't beat yourself up.
She's being so insistent about this that I've gone past being surprised by it to the point where I almost feel a kinship with her now. As you wish. That's fine out, Sella. You can't wait for me here. I'll go down there now and check it out. Thank you most graciously. Only remember, Emiya-sama, above all else, keep your lips sealed as to the state of the cellar, and most tightly at that. Silence is golden, as they say. I can't believe we're going to see Liz's sex dungeon.
Wow.
Her desperation is starting to show through her speech. I leave Sella behind and descend to the bottom of the stairs. Now to find the door. This must be it. My hands fumble through the dark until they come up against the solid wood of the door. All I have to do now is go through. Can't turn back. Can't learn magic if you're afraid of ghosts, as they say. Why am I tense, actually?
I don't know. Maybe it's because we never know what's gonna happen.
Working out some courage as before, I push on the door.
Hey. Isn't it the last night?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, just wondering.
Nothing out of the ordinary so far. There's not so much as a speck of dust anywhere. They do quite a thorough job looking after this place. The lights are out, and I can't get a good look, but the room is packed full with what seem to be wine barrels. Huh. I expected it to smell a lot more strongly of alcohol than this. Take a few slow, careful steps forward. Sharpening my senses, I probe around the darkness. Everything is in order. Well, it's certainly the right atmosphere for a ghost or two to appear. I don't feel any curses, unresolved grudges, or anything of the sort in the air either. This is nothing but a perfectly normal and healthy, albeit slightly eerie wine cellar. I told her it's just a regular wine cellar. Something's there.
A wine cellar.
Something dreadful is waiting for me in the dark. An intimidating aura that sends goosebumps throughout my whole body. This is no ordinary ghost. What I see is a very real pair of fangs just waiting to get me. A monster that can kill a man in one strike. Ah, it's here! It's really there! Why would you be running this way? The promise! Remember the promise? Please refrain from telling the details! Uphold your word and die without her! Stop talking nonsense! It's terrible like an evil dragon's severed head and legs! Ain't going to face that in the dark! Please no, Jess! There's no way! A creature with a mouth that is a third of its body could not possibly exist! There's a ton! Fine, I'll bring you to a zoo. You can watch sharks and crocodiles there all day long. Oh no! Don't go here! The ghost is chasing after you, Emiya-sama! We make it to the ground level alive. Running on sheer willpower, I managed to keep the speed up despite having Scylla firmly attached to my left arm. It's going after us! Scylla, where do we run? Second floor! Oh no, we mustn't! We cannot let danger befall, milady. Emiya-sama, the outside! There shall be fewer victims when we run outside. Well, I would like to know just who it is you're planning to sacrifice here. Let's not get into that now. Alright, this should be the way out. That's the courtyard. End of the way, no return. In other words, the way is the dead end. But it is already too late. The two of us run out into the courtyard, while the wine cellar monster ends up getting stuck in the doorway. It's over. How foolish of me to solicit the help of a human. We drop on the ground simultaneously. I can hear heavy iron grating against the floor. Already resigned to our fate, we turn to face the monster behind our backs. That's fucking Liz!
Oh my god. Surprised. Shiro and Scylla. Friends?
3 stars meet at one point. Is Rit? Could it be that the one seen by Emiya-sama and the wine cellar was none other than you?
I was just keeping watch over the wine cellar. Because someone came in and leave, I chase here.
I see. Emiya-sama, do you have anything you would like to add? No, absolutely nothing. In fact, the truth of the matter is, just as you can see, there's no need to explain. The mysterious shadow down the wine cellar had been Liz, and mistaking us for thieves, she ended up chasing us up here.
You came in wine cellar, Shiro?
That's right. The story I heard earlier today had been bothering me, so I went to check it out, and so, as embarrassing as it sounds, I mistook you for a ghost and ran all the way here.
I see. But Scylla? Why together with Shiro?
No, myself, you see, as I was running away, I unexpectedly happened to meet Scylla in the lobby. Seeing me running around, she got mad and went after me, as always.
Right. Scylla, always mad.
Look at that gasp of surprise of, he's covering for me?
Uh-huh.
Luckily, she bought my story without a trace of doubt. Trace on. Forgive me, Liz. Unfortunately, the don't tell anyone promise with Scylla was first. Just as Emiya-sama has stated, I had been thinking about visiting the cellar myself. I had not considered the possibility of you being there already. But besides that, Rit, have you discovered anything unusual in the wine cellar?
So, looking at them side by side, just the way that, like, their uniforms are creasing, I do see what you mean.
Yeah.
Rit is very obviously bustier.
Hmm.
There was nothing. Just Shiro enter, then leave.
Is that so? From the words of Lady Illya, who has seen something suspicious, I expected an abnormality to exist.
But nothing. There. Ghosts not leaving the forest, not entering the castle, it seems.
But of course, it is inconceivable for a low-class spirit to be capable of entering the Einsburn castle. Shall such a phantom exist, it could only be an upper-class, well-known character with a reputation. An apparition that is not much more than a dark shadow is a century too young to even pass under our gate. What a mysterious personality. He's clearly afraid of ghosts, yet does not attempt to deny their existence. What might it be, Emiya-sama? It seems that you could like to add something. No, just talking to myself. And aside, Sela, the ghosts from the forest can't get into the castle, you say? They cannot? This castle's anti-spirit defenses are flawless. Had it been otherwise, there could be quite a gathering of forest souls here, could there not? Uh-huh. So, back to that shadow that Illya saw in the basement. By the way, Liz, how long have you been doing things like that?
That is...
Shame Sela wasn't there for the ghost story at the very start of the game. Oh, yeah. Once in 3 days? That is, the two of us take turns. Nevertheless, we do not go down as low as we did tonight. In return for having superior mobility, Lysrit's weakness is a shortened period of activity. Working day after day without rest causes her to collapse, unfortunately. Oh.
Yeah, that is. But...
Lysrit? Don't tell me.
I'm sorry, Sela. Here, other day, when Illya scared, was going around everywhere.
The mysterious shadow that Illya's Biel had seen was you all along?
Yeah, because Shiro afraid and run away, probably.
I sure did. Bumping into a huge, wicked-looking halberd strolling around in the dead of night could catch even Illya off guard. Lysrit! Phew! Sela's anger is understandable. Surely there are more peaceful ways of patrolling at night. How could you do something like this? Do you not understand the limitations of your body?
Yes, but have to do my best for Illya. Castle warm, Illya happy.
Oh,
That's so cute.
my god!
That's so
God.
cute.
What a loyal servant. Doing everything to protect Illya's peace of mind, she ends up patrolling the place like this every night. That's admirable. You really are fond of Illya, aren't you?
Yes, Illya happy, me happy too.
Oh, a truly model maid. I suddenly get an urge to go and pat her on the head. Do it, do it, do it.
Do it, do it, do it.
I believe the matter to be clear now. In light of your devotion to Milady, the events of tonight shall be overlooked.
Sela mad?
But of course, should you prefer my anger to not develop any further, you shall retreat to your room and have some rest immediately. Your body is not yours alone. Do you understand what I'm saying, Lysrit?
Sorry, Sela. I go back.
Aww. Liz walks out of the courtyard, unsteady on her feet. From the back, she looks not too unlike a puppy that's just been abandoned. No!
Mean to her.
Sela, wasn't that a little overboard? She was working so hard for Illya's sake all this time. Therein lies the problem. Unlike you and me, Liz is unable to change her waking hours whenever she sees fit. Staying up 12 hours per day is no issue for her. As a consequence of exceeding this time, however, her remaining lifespan will be severely affected. Knowing this fact, could you still ask me to forgive her actions tonight? I see. My bad, I spoke too soon, not knowing the matter fully. Shut up, Wes! Oh. It appears you have indeed recognized your position as an outsider. Please keep this in mind as a lesson and kindly refrain from unnecessary remarks in the future. There's nothing I can reply with. It's true that I've been butting in without much thought to the relationship lately. Well, perhaps it could not be helped. That is, you were not entirely aware of our abilities, Miya-sama. Well, there's nothing to be done about your lack of talent. With great effort, your ignorance can still be overcome. Should you apologize and direct those feelings toward learning, I could be most delighted. I can't feel the usual sarcasm in her bitter tone. If you set the norm to be a 100, the one just now was only 10 thorns. You could even say that instead of outright hatred, I'm being subjected to a mere scolding. I'll do my best. So what about you, Sela? Will you be alright? You told Liz to have some rest, but I bet you've been up just as long. Although you did say something about being different. I did request that you learn from it, yet still, all of a sudden... Well, no matter. Being as close to Milady as you are, there are some matters you should be aware of. Laisrit and myself are much like sisters. No. Despite being a pair of homunculi, created from the same specimen, we each have a different purpose. While my own body has been made simply as an artificial human, Laisrit is also a mystic code made for Illya's use. Whereas I am but a servant maid, Laisrit is literally a part of Milady.
Maid lore, maid lore.
Maid lore, baby.
This is super cool, actually. Hang on.
Part of Illya? By mystic code, you couldn't mean... the dress of heaven. The external circuit built up over a span of 1,000 years by the Einsbren family to obtain the third sorcery. Illya, who was created as the Lesser Grail, functions as the original and complete Illya's veil when she wears the dress. Laisrit is a homunculus that exists for the purpose of letting Milady wear the dress of heaven. Therefore, as a homunculus, she lacks some of the basic abilities. You could perhaps say that she's an Einsbren-made pseudo-servant. In return for her excellent combat ability as a familiar, Laisrit has not been endowed with the entirety of the 5 senses. Her awareness of her own self is rather weak as well. So the difficulty Liz has with spoken language isn't due to being unfamiliar with Japanese, but rather... Emiya-sama? Let us not fall victim to misunderstanding. Laisrit is by no means behind any one of us. Just the same as Milady, they are crystals of Einsbren knowledge, a showcase of success, if you will. If there is anything to regret, it is Master superiority in the matter. That is, a clump of ether meant to be but an aid in materialization of the original dress of heaven has been given a soul, imperfect as it may be.
Having this laid out like this is really, really interesting.
It really is! It's been around 2 years since myself and Laisrit have been cast. Going by the years, Laisrit could still be a child. There is no concept of age to homunculi, however. All the necessary knowledge and the purpose of our existence had been given to us since the moment we were born. Unlike humans such as yourself, we do not require many years to be pointlessly spent growing to adulthood. There's no growth mechanism, is what Cell is saying. That is, they will not mature anymore after this point. Hold on, but Illya's definitely, Milady is a child born from a Miyakiritsugu sperm and Lady Irispiel's egg. Indeed, she started off the same as a human baby. However, her growth has stopped at the present stage. Staying human, yet being homunculus, she's a higher order being one step above both. From our point of view as homunculi, her existence is no less than a miracle. The lady that may not be touched by the primitive, impure beings known as the original humans. There is a hint of intoxication in Sella's voice. So that's where all the attacks come from. It's not that she's being protective of Illya as the Ainsburn young lady. Instead, it's genuine pride and the resulting prejudice against me. Wait! 2 years? That means you and Lace are my juniors, doesn't it? As I have already mentioned, the concept of age does not apply to us. We are forever older yet younger than you are. A perfect homunculus is a touch of nature manifested with a human hand. For as long as this planet remains green, as long as there is mana to be found in the air, there is nothing to threaten our lifespan. Wow, forever young and immortal? Should the body be destroyed, we will vanish, I'm afraid. In exchange for this greatly extended lifespan, however, our strength as life forms is vastly inferior as well. Lacerit is the one who has to overcome this issue, but she's far too strongly attuned to Milady's self. Should Milady cease living as she does, Lacerit will mostly likely follow suit. You mean if Illya does, so does Liz? That is correct. Lacerit is a part of Milady, a tool for her own use. Thus, like an arm that no longer lives when the body ceases to function, she is bound by the same effect. Nevertheless, there is a positive side too. For Lacerit, whose sense of self-awareness was weak, dealing with Milady allowed her to gain reason. She said it herself not too long ago, did she not? When Milady is happy, she is happy too. That is completely true. Her own sense of self being weak, by projecting Milady's self onto her own, she takes form of a pseudo-human. The treasure Milady that she must protect is also her own self. And, moreover, she does tend to forget about her own body in the process. It is akin to putting the cart before the horse, exclaimed Sela with amazement. I love this, actually. I love this. I think I love homunculus lore.
I am a very big fan of artificial humans. They are a very present part in stories that I like.
Again, the theme about self-image. Which means that when Heaven's Feel goes the way it does, yeah. I mean, that is the dress of heaven. At that point, it's not even Illya's fate at the end of the route, but the fact that she has fulfilled her purpose at that point.
Like in Detroit, shut the fuck up.
So that is why Liz works so hard for Illya's sake. Unable to grasp her own self. Protecting the hope that is Illya. The one that grants what she lacked within herself from the start. Say... You said that Liz will share Illya's fate should she fall in danger, right? So what about you, Sela? Being a homunculus all the same, my connection with Milady does not extend that far. Whereas the casting of Lacerit is a mystery known only to the Ainsburn, I'm a product of 100 kinds of alchemy myself. While I am perfectly able as a homunculus, I could not possibly approach the miracles that Milady and Lacerit are. Once they head for their place in heaven, remaining to rot here is my assigned role. Now what could that expression of yours be? Sympathy from the likes of mere humans is not something I recall ever seeing. While I do not intend to boast, despite lacking in physical ability, My magic circuits are a one-of-a-kind creation. Receiving pity from a human, let alone the one known as Emiya Shiro, who is but half a magus, is simply unthinkable. Sela is Ilya's teacher, as well as magecraft instructor, it would seem. A maid specializing in teaching magic to someone like Illya. I can certainly see myself being a pretty pathetic specimen of the human race in her eyes. Of a magus, is it? And I've been training pretty hard too. I guess I'm still like a featherless chick in your eyes. Please, a chick that has barely learned to move is what you still are, Miya-sama. I could not possibly entrust Milady to your care yet. Huh. She turns away.
Importantly, the egg has cracked.
I love that. I love that. Also, sorry, this is now making me think about post Heaven's Seal visiting Ilya's castle after everything going on and finding just Sela essentially just wasting away in a corner of the courtyard, and
then she joins the polycule because he
Andrea,
saves her.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
That's actually making me really emotional.
I kind of really love that. Guess she didn't talking me down. She's still in a good mood. I wonder if something good happened. Somehow, I think I saw a hint of a smile on her profile. That reminds me. As I have promised, a blanket has been arranged for you. I trust it will have been delivered to your room by the time you return. I see. Thank you. With Liz here, I totally forgot. In that case, please excuse me as I take my leave here. You have my gratitude for the wine cellar and the courtyard. Shall there be anything you require, I will respond in kind. Her back straight as a broom handle, Sela briskly walks away. Alright then. I guess I should go back to my room too. After all that happened, body and mind tired, I ought to fall asleep in no time. If this game were any more based, we could be getting a unlock of a eclipse scene directly after this.
Mm-hmm. Sakura tending to her flowers and Sela tending to hers. It's spring.
I'm going to cry.
My heart.
I'm going to fucking sob.
That's actually, like, precious.
That was a fantastic scene. I love that we got to see the maid lore.
That was great Illya and great Sela content. I'm very happy with that.
Let me check that doing that didn't trigger any new scenes anywhere. Because that is kind of like getting knowledge of Liz and Sela as like homunculi. So I could see them adding like a scene in the market during the day of them being there and doing some shenanigans.
We've got to look just in case.
That's fanfic material right there, fuck. Yeah, God almighty.
100%.
It hurt.
It hurt.
Oh, gosh. I also know some things about the fighting game that I could tell you about later.
Ooh.
We did Illya. Let's do stuff in town for now. Like, switching it up.
Yeah. We have to face the music eventually.
As I cross the pedestrian bridge, I see something that grabs my attention. Isn't that Segusa from Tosaka's class? From the way she's walking in tiny steps that are almost hops, she has to be Segusa. She's like a little rabbit, holy shit.
I was gonna say like a little bird, but yes.
We haven't made eye contact, and ordinarily it wouldn't be strange for us to pass each other by like this, but... I'm surprised, Yukika. You go to Humorhara? I thought you were younger.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, Gilkun. I'm really much older.
Pio! Also, Gilkun fucking annihilates me. Ugh!
Yeah,
Ugh!
gross.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. That was quite rude of me. A guy who could do something so rude as asking a woman her age has no right to call himself a man. But I'm also a little glad. I'd rather have you as an older sister than just a friend.
What else are you doing? Thanks. I wish my little brothers were as sweet and polite as you, Gilkun. They're all so naughty.
Believe me, Segusa, you do not want your fucking siblings to be like Gilgamesh. Oh, right, because he's a friend of her siblings.
I see.
You might be right about Kora and the others being too energetic. Running around wildly all day, in and out, never hearing the trouble they might get into. It must be tough for you, Yukika.
It is. Gilkun, if you see my brothers doing anything they shouldn't, please try to stop them for me. They don't listen to anything I tell them, but I think they would if it were Gilkun saying it. They really look up to you, you know.
That's not true. They do listen to you, Yukika. You don't need to worry about them. Your brothers could never do anything to make you sad, even if I'm not there to watch them. Well, it is a problem that they try to cause trouble for you, on purpose though. Even I can deter them from that. Well, this seems perfectly peaceful, but what is that guy doing with Segusa? I hide behind a bench and continue observing. So, this is going to be a deep cut, right? Because we know that this little fucking bastard is still a smug little fuck, okay, right? But he has been surprisingly chill, very accommodating with, like, the whole Waku Waku Splash ordeal. Like, he's, by every metric, a little goblin, but significantly nicer than Gilgamesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is, obviously, it's Gilgamesh when he was a child, so of course he's going to be, like, chiller than he will get later on, right?
Yeah. And
yet, I am going to, because I read the Epic of Gilgamesh the other day, after Enkidu dies, Gilgamesh goes on the whole quest to try and obtain immortality and is incapable of doing so. As a little consolation prize, he gets the herb that will make him younger again. And then he loses it to a snake and he's in despair, but like the journey has changed him, and when he comes back he's different, etc, right? Typical like journey of the hero coming back home. I'm thinking you can read Gilgamesh as, he reverted to when he was less of an asshole, but also, you could also see this as Gilgamesh who actually took the potion of the elixir of youth and reverted and has like the peace of mind and the experience of the journey. So he's like chiller, but still has like the inner asshole Gilgamesh inside, you know? It's interesting. I thought that was mythologically interesting to compare.
That is a really interesting read of that.
That blonde voice, unmistakably Gilgamesh. Better known as Child Gil, the charismatic kid who's lately become a godfather to the brat mafia of Pyjama Kids. Oh no! By the way, Yukika, you don't have dragon field practice today. Does that mean you're free this afternoon?
Yeah, completely free. I finished all the laundry this morning, so I can relax until dinner time.
Oh, so you came here for a walk in the park. I'm so glad. Sometimes I come to the park to get away from trouble at home and wait for things to blow over, but it looks like my luck has changed today. What trouble at home are you talking about, Gilgamesh? Isn't your home the church?
Gilkun, you don't get along with your mother, or...?
Huh? Did Kora tell you? It's not my mom. I live with my guardian. She's really moody and gets mad at me over the slightest things. Like the polar opposite of Yukika. Oh. No, even comparing her to you is inexcusable. After all, she's just my employer, but you're the person I like. But one moment. Seriously, if I got to have a guardian no matter what, I'd much rather you were my master, Yukika. Oh no, we're getting lore.
Hang on a second.
Master? No, more importantly,
Yeah, the person I like, didn't I tell you? I like to see you as an older sister much more than just a friend.
the way their sprite just scoots a little away.
Yeah. How about it, Yukika? Have you ever been with a jumper boy before? Kill him. Kill him now. Shiro, jump in and kill him now. You bastard. So this is where your true colors come out. That I'm a good little boy routine was Solana, just as I thought. At this rate, the rabbit like Segusa will be gobbled up. Stop right there! What are you doing? This park is a...
Jesus. Fucking hell.
Shiro! You don't just come out of the bushes and shout that out! Oni-san! Segusa separated from the blonde kid with a cry of surprise. On the other hand, Child Gale shoots a disgruntled look in my direction.
Bye, Makun. I gotta go do something. So, hi.
She says hello instead of goodbye at the end too. She starts with goodbye and ends with hello. No, that's so cute.
Do you think Yukika ran away thinking Shiro yelled at her?
Absolutely. Absolutely. She got the completely wrong impression there. Whoosh! She runs away with the speed of a wild rabbit. Oh my god, I love all the comparisons with Yukika and a fucking rabbit. She is a little bunny. She was so startled that I began to feel bad about what I did. Good grief, me, Dad. You're the last person I want to hear that from, Anison. Am I wrong? You just were putting the moves on Segusa. I don't know what game you think this is, but there are some people you just shouldn't tease, you know? That's just rude. I truly like Yukika. Liar! No. Wait. Doubting your sincerity there could be pretty rude. Are you, like, serious about that? I spoke the truth. A woman like Yukika could be an ideal life partner. I am thinking, I can't help but think of... Sorry, I'm trying to think mythological comparisons here now that I know things, right? But I do not have anything for you. About Shiro, given how wildly horny he is. He's a little horny. Shiro has been known to be a little bit horny. But that's fine.
Just a bit. Maybe like a lot, actually.
He says such an embarrassing thing so boldly that I begin to feel embarrassed for doubting him. And I'm sorry for thinking you were playing around with her feelings. Sure is a strange turn of events. What happened to you being into Saber? Saber-san is the son. I have no interest in that. She might make a useful vassal, but she's unsuitable to be a lifelong partner. That's a really ominous thing to say. So in short, do you like Segusa for her maternal-like qualities, like her supportiveness? That's not it, Oni-san. It's not that Yukika is supportive, rather, she's someone who has to be taken under one's wing. A wildflower is more precious to me than the most vibrant rose. To see how long one can shelter a simple flower, leaving it just the way it is, that is to me what being supported means for a man. Sorry, I'm thinking about Enkidu's Valentine's gift and Evgo being a flower, a simple flower. Sorry.
Wow.
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 I'm speechless. And sure, this kid is saying that Sagusa might lack any redeeming features, but that's a really good thing in itself. You can fix her, and that's fine. You just gotta help her out, Nissan.
Some people are made broken, and that's okay.
What should I do about this? I might really find myself coming to like this guy. So basically, instead of ruling over the person you like, you express your love by nurturing and looking after them? The only type of person one can rule over is one who wishes to be ruled over. Unfortunately, it seems that I forget this once I grow older. If I had a choice, I would have liked to become a good leader. And why do I do things that make people scared of me? Mythology, maybe not, but I could see comparing Sagusa to F-Girl of Babylonia, Siduri. Ooh, in a little way, yeah. She's very nurturing. Anyone said it's not gay if it's clay? The Fuji dog could mold them on the spot.
Don't you take this from me.
Wow. For the good of all the people in the world, this king should stay as a child. Definitely, no doubt about it. Wait. Then what happens if the person you cared for doesn't turn out the way you like? Looking after someone means that you won't force anything on them, right? What if that person ends up turning into somebody like, the master you're so eager to avoid? If that happened, I could just discard them. It could just mean it just wasn't meant to be. I take back the previous statement. This guy has not changed one bit. That callousness is part of his very nature that nobody can ever hope to change. So is Sagusa ever to become more like Tosuka, just grow to love her less? My love couldn't lessen, it just couldn't grow anymore. It could cease to change for all eternity. It couldn't increase, but neither could it die. Love, once it has appeared, can never be erased. It's not true what they say about excessive love becoming hatred. It's simply that newly born hatred has surpassed the love cultivated up to that point. Interesting philosophy, Gilgamesh. So for example... Please, I'm eating lunch, I can't handle this ripple. Hi, Jade! A boy who currently believes in both the good and evil of humanity. One day is overcome by such hatred so as to render that love worthless to him. Ooh, good analysis, Shiro and Miya. There are cases like that. No matter how far the man strays from human morality, problematically he still has love. And to other people he looks as human as they are, so in the end he's hated as a human. If only he had just been entirely inhuman to begin with, he could have been designated a god instead. There's some thematics going on here. Bidding me farewell, the blonde child turns on his heel. He isn't heading the direction that Sagusa ran off to, but rather toward the bridge in Shinto. Hey, you're not going to go after Sagusa? There's no need. My business with her is finished. Yukika cares strongly for her brother, so she could be staying out until late at night trying to find them and bringing them home. That's very dangerous, isn't it? After all, tonight is the 4th night, and this bridge at night is a very dangerous place to be, so you never know what could happen. Oh.
Interesting.
But thanks to you, Onisan, Yukika has already gone home and will not return here until tomorrow. A bit of a shame, but still a tolerable resolution into the situation. And with a perfectly unperturbed smile on his face, the King of Heroes departs. Suddenly, I feel unnecessarily sentimental. Although he seems to be as capricious as ever in the face of this irregularity. Maybe he's finding just as much treasure in these carefree days as the rest of us. Ooh! Ooh! Maybe even if he just fucking fucked off to forget everything going on, he is using this as an escapism from, you know, being fucking dead otherwise.
Interesting.
Ren new in the temple, or the boy in the student council?
Let's keep moving on a little bit of plot.
Let's go plot.
Let's go plot.
Also, yeah, that one section was a plot-moving section, which means it was likely just learning that Gilgamesh's master is here, right?
Yeah, which does have me thonking.
And he specifically mentioned, it was very vague, but there were mentions there. I'm idly passing the time in the student council room.
Maybe capture the bishop with gold general at 8B. No, that's still like 2 extra moves.
Issei doesn't seem to have much to do, so he's solving shogi puzzles in all magazines. Oh, we saw this scene, but we didn't have anything for it. We're getting a choice at one point, and we are going a different route. It could be great if we had a board on pieces, but there is nothing like that in the student council room. Since it could set a bad example for the other students, any items used for amusement are not to be brought in. That's Issei's own policy. Not to be left behind, I'm also enjoying the Fujimura Taiga Blast from the past crossword puzzle that the newspaper club have published. But with the subject being what it is, it's more like hardship than entertainment.
Why can't this knight do anything? He's such an eyesore. Hey Mia, get me some tea. Hot enough to make my brain tingle, please.
Hard enough to make your brain tingle, and Shiro just starts unbuttoning his his uniform.
I need you to take off your clothes. There's no time for questions.
Alright, there's still Jokan left. Want me to slice some?
Tempting offer, but I'll hold off on that until the 3 o'clock break. Snacking between meals is not proper.
This night is an eyesore. This night is an eyesore. Yeah, disappear, yeah. I don't know the context for that scene, but I know it exists. This night. This night. Seems like it's not a break he's having now. There's half an hour left until 3 o'clock. I don't know if that's his self-imposed quota, but he seems to be intent on solving 3 questions from the compilation of advanced shogi problems by then. I get up to go fix the tea. Huh. Issei, someone's here. Issei frowns, but quickly conceals the old magazine beneath the table in a single smooth motion.
Please excuse me. I'm Mato Sakura from Class 2B. Oh, Senpai. What's up? Part of the intrusion, Mr. President. Hey, what's Mia doing here?
Our pair of visitors is one I know well. Whenever you see them together at school, it must mean something related to the archery club is going on. Yo, don't mind me. I'm just killing time in here. I can leave if you got something important to discuss.
No, you can stay. It's not like you have no relation to the club, Mia. But I don't see you heading for the tea over there. Or didn't I see you heading for the tea over there? Fix some for me and Mato while you're at it, okay? Mitsuzuri-senpai? We'll be leaving as soon as we're finished here. So, don't pick me, senpai.
This is the difference. The last time the time ran out and he logged the application for the student festival thing. Now they're here because we had more stuff going on with them and Ren is around as well. She threw my "don't mind me" right back.
Aw.
So hey, it's not like the 4 of us get to have tea together every day, so I'll put on for everyone, enough for everyone.
It would appear you did not come here with your sights set on the tea cakes, then. What's your business with the student council today, Mitsuzuri Ayako?
He's just slipped into his persona of the mighty student council president, who's on bad terms with the athletics clubs.
Yeah. So, first of all, here are the forms for the archery club. We made it in time, right? Yes, there's still some time until 4 o'clock. Let's see. Play, is it?
Not a genre known for high rates of acceptance, but neither is it grounds for instant refusal. These shells shall be subject to a closer inspection at a later date.
Huh. A play?
A play? Okay, then let me get to the matter at hand.
What matter would that be?
Well, there's a few things I wanted to confirm. I hadn't planned to say anything about it, but I figured I'd better run it by the student council after all.
Something run by us? What weird new scheme have you devised this time, Captain Mitsuzori?
That's former captain. Mato-san here is captain now. This is a new order for the archery club, so it'd be nice if you'd revise your opinion of us accordingly. Our new captain is very kind and has a strong sense of duty to her juniors in the club.
Mitsuzori says, seizing control of the conversation.
Look at that face.
I see. With Mato-san at the helm, it'd be quite possible for the archery club to turn over a new leaf. However, I must confess, I'm curious as to what brings you here. The period for new captains to come offer their greetings has long since passed. You couldn't be thinking of asking for an increase in the club's funds or to change out your academic advisor after all this time. Now could you?
No, it's nothing like that. I believe this year's budget has been thoroughly reviewed and is entirely appropriate.
In that case, what other problem could there be? If memory serves, there is of course the autumn tournament, but that shouldn't require any special measures be taken, should it? Now that I mention it, I do seem to have difficulty recalling the archery club's achievements this year, albeit with the number of them being 0, remembering the number may not be particularly useful either.
Issei has transitioned. Congratulations to her. Okay, I'm sending this a screenshot so we can just get that piece of very vital information later.
Issei has transitioned?
Yes. Issei has transitioned to full-on student council mode. Once he gets like this, his usual tolerant self goes into hibernation, and he transforms into the merciless council president from hell. Oh, honored student council president, I beseech you to look kindly upon this poor and meager club. Their dismal ability to stay organized befalling the new structure is a cruel fate which cannot be avoided.
Amiya, please don't interrupt. So what business is it that brings you here, Mato-san? Before you ask, I'm unable to increase the allotted time for club activities, neither before nor after classes. Cherish thy studies first and foremost is the motto of our student council.
Issei is now the whole council, he's plural.
Well, there are exceptions to that. If the archery club members' grades show a significant decline at the end of the semester, we may be forced to reduce your practice time instead.
Issei grins widely as he pronounces this death sentence. In front of us stands one of the demons of Homurahara. For the first time, I feel I've gotten a glimpse of the reason why he and Tosaka are always at each other's throats.
Hang on a second. Sure, schoolwork is a student's foremost duty and all, but what you're talking about is stuff that occurs during school hours. Don't tell me you're planning to interfere with our free time outside school as well. That'd be a total negation of student independence. There's no way we can mature and grow in an environment where we're bound hand and foot by academic restrictions and have even our private time regulated.
While this issue is moot, it is indeed a valid point. How you choose to spend your days off is your own business. However, I fail to see what you're getting at.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say is, we'd like to use our free time to conduct a training camp in order to increase teamwork and unity as a club. It would be a weekend mini-camp spanning 2 days and 1 night.
Oh, so you came to ask for permission. But it's not mine to give. That area is subject to teacher supervision. You'd better take your request to the staff room.
We already know what Fujimura-sensei's answer will be. Our problem is the lack of experience and where to hold it. There's no place with lodgings we could reserve on such short notice.
Indeed. Incidentally, there's no coverage for lodging expenses without a prior budget either.
That's just it. I mean, we'd heard the Ryudo Temple often lends the use of its common rooms out to Hamurahara students, and...
I'm very sorry. Mato-san, the practice you speak of was abolished just yesterday night.
Issei, I know for a fact that your father said that anyone should be allowed to stay there as long as they want in exchange for some voluntary labor. The hell behind the main building must be a total wreck by now. Lying isn't good, I chide Issei.
And so, Mr. Student Council President, we were hoping you'd ask permission from the Ryudo Temple for us. Besides, as the Student Council President, how can you turn away students in need?
Nonsense. Personal sentiment has no place in official matters such as these. Doesn't matter whether they're fellow students or comrades in arms. If I've judged it to be inappropriate, then I must refuse. Well, I did hear the archery club wasn't running smoothly. Still, while perfecting your skills in the span of 1 or 2 days may be challenging, and improving team unity is feasible.
That's right. That's what we need right now. Mutual understanding. To get the team members to really open up to each other. To talk late into the night and find out who likes who.
Yes! Yes, yes,
We need
yes,
to
yes,
have a
yes!
big sleepover.
Yes, yes, yes!
That's really cute. It's so cute.
Sakura becomes quite forceful all of a sudden. As the new captain, she seems to have a lot to worry about, but I have a feeling she may be getting a little bit off course.
However, Mato-san, this is much too sudden. Moreover, I believe not even Mitsuzuri-san has experienced what you're asking for more than twice. Placing the responsibility for a training camp in the hands of someone so inexperienced would be...
Yeah, that's exactly the problem, Mr. Student Council President. How about Sakura and me over there, and I come and conduct our own 3-person training camp at the Ryudo Temple beforehand?
Sorry, I completely glossed over. There was a comma there for a moment, and I read that as Sakura and Miya. And I stalled for a moment.
Wonder how Sadani's doing.
I see, she did mention something like that before.
Think of it as a practice run. If you're still feeling unsure about it, then you can also attend. I think if we use that time to get a feel for it, we can hold the official camp the following week. So what do you say? You happy with just me, Sakura, and Emiya staying at the temple? Emiya's a guy, so we'll need separate rooms, of course. There are male students in the archery club too, so let's consider it a simulation.
Hang on a moment, Mitsuzuri. Wasn't there supposed to be one more person in attendance? A person who's a natural enemy of Issei at that?
I suppose it's out of my hands. I shall approve it.
Issei nods thoughtfully. He said that it sure changed quickly. Wait, whoa. It's because he's staying in a room with Shiro.
Look at that little blush.
And also, I just want to point out the way Sakura bounced in the background. Cutest thing.
Yes, I love you. Oh.
Huh?
No, nothing. It's just so cute.
Oh, I didn't even read that. Come on.
Oh, I said you did. No.
No. Really? So.
Well, no. We're getting the full
Okay, we have to
animation
do it
again.
right. We have to do it right. Okay. Oh, really? So, does that mean we can go as soon as we're prepared?
Wouldn't trouble me. I'll speak with my father. Just to confirm, the only people coming will be the three of you, Mato-san, Mitsuzuri-san, and Amiya, correct?
Uh-huh. We might have another person coming along to help out, though. Would it be a problem if one or two others show up?
Of course not. I'll reserve a room for 20 in preparation for the actual event.
And that's how she lives Renan. Holy shit, she's devious.
Oh, she's good.
The three of them are all smiles over a job well done. There's only one participant left out. When suddenly... Wait a second! As is to give a voice to my thoughts on this matter, a savior appears. Stop! Enjoy life! A training camp just for the archery club may be fine with you, but not with this Black Panther of Humurahara. Or not.
I just noticed that the way you voice her is the same voice you give Bonnie in Stars in Time, and I'm thrilled by that.
I have been floundering on not quite remembering what voice I give her, and I did that completely subconsciously, actually.
Makidara-senpai?
Makidara? Makidiot? That's awful!
Confronted with this intruder, we show what I'm sure is quite a wide range of startle reactions. That's right! A respectful Makidara-senpai, a familiar Makidara, and finally an affectionate Makidiot. All referring to none other than the track and field club's ace, Makidara Kaede. Hey, hold on, wasn't there a really weird one mixed in me, yeah? What? That hurt, damn it! Your aim's way off. Go after the one cackling over there. You're sturdy enough. It's like a few little kicks will bother you. Clocking in disapproval, the wild beast of Humurahara number 2 draws back her foot again. What the heck brought this on? By the way, while the window glass may have appeared to shatter when she made her entrance, it's still in one piece.
I have several issues with your current conduct, Makidara, but for now, let me simply ask why you've come here. No, actually, that's all I want to hear.
Well said, Issei. Allow Makidara to continue unchecked, and everything we just finally agreed on will end up coming to naught. The reason I'm here? You shouldn't even need to ask. I've already heard the president. The archery club will be holding a training camp, isn't that right? But that's completely unfair when you refuse every other sports club's request to hold camps of their own ever since you assumed office. I can't overlook the archery club being allowed to have one all of a sudden. I'm honestly surprised. Makidara can actually produce a serious reply?
Oh, is that Mitsuzuri?
Mitsuzuri, yeah.
Oh, so you came to rain on a parade, Makidara? Can't forgive the archery club for getting one over on you?
No, duh! In the time that our team has existed, you know how badly we've wanted to hold a training camp. So let's join up. We want to have the camp, the sooner the better, and before the archery club does at any cost. And that is because... Yes, because...
I know. It's because you're the fastest among all women. Is that right?
What do you think you're doing stealing my catchphrase? Of course you, Mitsuzuri. I see your teachings run deep in the archery club's ranks. Spiteful and boisterous, Makidara rages about the room. Meanwhile, Sakura looks on warmly. Come to think of it, Sakura is more than used to being around wild creatures like this by now.
It's because of Taiga.
And a little bit of Ren.
True. For goodness sake. In that case, Makidera, why don't you participate in the preliminary camp with Mato-san and the others? If the track team agrees to the same conditions, I have no issues with it.
Oh! Does that mean it could turn into a joint training camp for both teams?
Sure does, but no way are we letting you come by yourself. We don't even know if the rest of the track team even wants to have a training camp in the first place. We can't approve your participation without the agreement of the current captain and at least half the members on the team. Will you be able to persuade them all, Makidera?
No worries there. I'm sure I can get Himuro or Yukichi to go along with it. So that's it. She doesn't have anyone else in the club to go with her, does she? Alright, now that we have agreed, time to strike while the iron is hot. And make our preparations right away, so the rest of you'd better hurry. Yay! The holiday weekend will be training camp time! With a yodel of triumph, Makidera disappears out of the window. To sum it all up, joining in the preliminary training camp will be the 4 of us, the 3 girls from the track team, and that's it, right? By the way, who wants some tea? I put enough for 4. After composing myself, I gathered up 4 teacups and set them down on the table, followed by some sliced yokan.
I'll have some, but... Wow, you're really quite a considerate guy. This isn't the first time I've thought so either.
Isn't the council room on a higher floor? I don't know, actually. Also, yes, this is setting up the beginning.
This is setting up the prologue.
Which is interesting.
I love non-linear storytelling.
Sighing, Mitsusuri pulls out a chair. I am remembering that we saw the mysterious woman during the training camp at the very beginning in the prologue.
We're gonna get plot, baby.
It's just a few minutes to 3. Somehow or other, we managed to arrive at our break time. How interesting. The night of October 9th, pick call it a day and lets you choose where the camp happens. Oh.
I see.
Oh. How interesting.
Intéressant.
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 Now, there is a very big... how are you on time?
How am I on time? I've got an hour.
Okay, I say it because there's a non-zero chance we could be getting an Angramai section if I click start right now. So I wanted to make sure.
Indeed. I think I should be okay.
It's fine,
No?
there's none.
Cool.
However, we've gotten a whole bunch of things, which potentially means... something.
Recent.
What's up? Nothing. Day 1 doesn't have anything going on. And this is the camp day. Two. And here we go. The night of the 9th should be the camp. There we go. Wait, wasn't tomorrow... Lying on my bed, I remember a certain promise. If everything goes as planned, starting tomorrow at the Ryuro Temple... I thought we had a camp. So we have seen what happens when you just refuse to do something sometimes. We will get 2 lines of dialogue and nothing will happen. Let's do it. That's right, wasn't there supposed to be a camp tomorrow? I jump out of my bed. It was pretty spontaneous, but seeing as I was there during all the planning, it's not like I have any choice but to participate. I should hurry up and prepare. Let's see, first of all, 2 days worth of clothes to change into, I hurriedly begin organizing luggage. Night passes by quickly. At sunrise, the long-awaited day will begin. Oh, I don't know if I like that. There's something ominous about this. My tummy hurts. The mountain path that connects to the Rita Temple. The colored leaves have already been carefully collected, a sign of the last bit of the morning passing by. It's the first day of training camp. Once I climb to the top, in the peace of everyday life, a small festivity will start. There's still some time before we meet up. Although I did plan to get there early and help with things.
No, I shall not feel alone. You will be absent for a mere 2 nights, will you not? Please do not worry, and leave it to me.
2 things. First of all, 1, I know that it is a completely different circumstances, but I love that Saber is not being obsessively protective of Shira and letting him just actually hang out for 2 days without her by...
following along with the Fate Read going on in your server. It's really weird to just see her be like, oh yeah, like, see you in 2 nights, that's fun.
Second, of course she will not be alone, silly Billy. She has Ryder.
She has Ryder.
No, it's not that. I just want you to tag along, Saber.
And I must refrain. It's a gathering with your friends and classmates. I would not have much to help with either.
So you think you'll just be a bother?
Bother would be a little too harsh of an expression, but I probably will cause discomfort for your classmates. To care for someone outside of the circle in such circumstance can only be a burden.
It's nothing like that. No one thinks of you as an outsider. Besides, these friends are even that close to begin with. To be frank, they're enemies. They are foes, but if I say that carelessly, someone like Makidera will end up being cut in half in the blink of an eye. No. What I mean is that you don't need to worry too much about them. They're all nice people. It just came up out of the blue, and the participants are sparse, and I've already told Makidera that as for anyone else I know to join in.
That may be so, but what should I be doing while others are practicing and training?
That... Tosaka... She didn't tell her about it, did she? Why do we get involved in such stupid events? It isn't just a training camp this time. It's a combined camp between the Archery and Track and Fields Club. Moreover... Truthfully, with... Now, this could be an expression. However, do they want her to be on a play?
They want her in the play?
Oh my god. Truthfully, we'd like you out on the stage as well. Although that's Tosaka's suggestion.
Of course it is. What? On the stage? Me?
Right. This event is practice for the performance we need to prepare for the cultural festival. It's no wonder Saber's so surprised. Devil knows how I got into this mess. Tosaka does have a suggestion, yeah.
Are you serious, Jiren?
I don't want to force it on you. But I'd be really happy if you would. I'm saying this as a former archery club member.
You seem to be enjoying this, Shiro.
Sorry, I won't say I'm not expecting anything.
I appreciate your honesty. Have a nice trip.
Hey!
And please do not worry about my meals. Sushi, pizza, tempura with rice, anything delivered will do.
Hey, that's too much, Saber! Her tone leaves no room for argument. And so, without even the slightest reprieve, she threw me out. I don't want to come back from the stay and find stacks of takeout containers and bowls towering in the entranceway.
Have you heard about DoorDash, Shiro?
Well, I suppose there's Fujine. I'm sure she'll come check up on her in the evening. I'm not worried about the house getting robbed or anything, but I do have a bad feeling about this. Good morning! I meet Kuzuki-sensei on the way to the large room. And so, because Saber is not making it to the play and she will not play a role in the play, Shiro has to put on the dress and be the one doing the heroine role, and
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Morning.
Hi, sir. I have a newfound respect for you since the last time. Welcome, Miya-kun. Master also greets me with a smile, peering around his shoulder. But if you look closely, there is no kindness in her eyes. She's giving me the exact same look one could give a trespasser or a cockroach. From her perspective, I'm just a fiend who's ruining her long-awaited weekend alone with Kuzuki-sensei.
Sorry, there are already a few in the large hall.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I will. Thank you for having us here for these 2 days. Will you be going out, Sir Chiro-sama?
No, I have nothing in particular to do. Although Reikon did request a game of Go with me.
Is that so?
I love Go so much. Is there something you need?
Ooh, I didn't know that. I want to look for some winter clothing soon, but it's mostly my own shopping, so...
You must need someone to help you carry them. I'll tell Reikon I'll be coming in late.
Yes, I'll be ready in just a second.
I really do like their new filtering as like a couple that has nothing in common but genuine respect for each other, and they're actually making it work.
Yeah, it's really
kind
good.
of really precious.
It's great.
Would you give me like 2 seconds to run to the bathroom?
Of course. Go.
I'll be right back.
She wants to model for him. There's also the possibility that she's grabbing the dresses to put Issei in. They're trying. Yeah, okay. It's really cool because before there's this. So Kusugi is a character that is extremely silent and very hard to read without outright saying what he's thinking. And so you don't get a feel for what is going on internally until you learn more about him, and we learn more about him, and now that recontextualizes every single interaction he has, and he's trying really hard, and he really does care. Reikan's still flirting with Soichiro. There's so many genuine potential polycules. The woman that got hurt by a boisterous hero of a man finding happiness with the silent assassin. Yeah, baby. I really do like them as a couple. Holy shit. Like, it's weird, right? Okay. When it comes to servant-master relationships, before, like, from an outside perspective, there's a lot of potential anime-isms that people can concern themselves about Fate as a series. For example, I have a friend who is very stuck in the idea of Fate as a high school romance thing, which is it has high school as the setting of like where the characters are at, and it has the romance aspects to it, but it's not a high school romance in itself, right? For example. And you can very much see in that kind of bias, because I even had that bias. I had that bias thinking of Fate Stay Night from the outside. Yeah, I mean, when I say this game, I mean collectively with Stay Night. I don't mean Ataraxia. From the outside perspective, Stay Night, occasionally I could find myself thinking, like, I really like the idea of all, you know, the mythical figures being summoned for a battle royale thing and the dynamics between masters and servants. But without knowledge of what goes down, just learning the fact that there is romantic stuff going on between King Arthur and this random Japanese teenager, it sounds a little weird. And then you get into it. And then you get into it. And it makes perfect sense, because they are such perfect, like, mirrors of each other, and there's such genuinely great chemistry and plot building around them and everything they do, right? Yeah, people worry that, like, from an outside perspective, that it boils down to, as you say, waifu bait, when it is not the way. So when you think about it, right, the exceedingly capable witch, which has control over so much of the events of the Holy Grail War in the second route, falling so in love and being a lovey-dovey with just this guy, right? That is just the silent guy that didn't seem to have much substance. From an outside perspective, it can feel a bit weird. But then, like, this is a genuinely compelling relationship that they have going on that ties directly back to her mythological roots and her own trauma, and they're trying to just make it work with each other, and it's so good. Yeah, like, I want to make sure I am not coming across wrong. I am not criticizing either of these games. I'm lauding them. I am applauding them for being great, and I love what they do, and I love what FGO does as well. FGO is incredible. FGO has some Stay Night quality sections for sure. But from the outside, without knowing much, it can give that impression. And it's really nice seeing, like, what I'm trying to say is, I am really happy that I can become so invested on just a very traditional seeming straight marriage that is happening on screen, and actually want to root for the two of them, and it to be genuinely a beautiful thing going on.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Hello, whoa, whoa.
Hello, I'm back.
As Kazuki-sensei nods, Caster returns hurriedly to her room.
Well then, since you're staying overnight, I suppose we'll be meeting again.
We exchange a light farewell. No matter where he is, at school or at home, he emits a constant aura of alertness. And Caster's newlywed play still creeps me out. Okay, another thing, I know I was just talking about how actually compelling the relationship is. You didn't hear that, Anya, but essentially I was lauding them for how compelling they actually are. And I just realized that I have been... so without spoilers, I've been playing Ghost Trick And apparently this is a staple of the writing with the author of that and Ace Attorney. There's no happy marriages.
Oh.
Every marriage has some kind of problem going on, and it's like very blatant. And then it's really nice just seeing sweet slice of life. Morning. Sorry I'm late. Oh, Emiya, morning. Yeah.
Come in.
You're late, Amiya.
Good morning, Senpai.
So I thought that may have been the second beast, but that may actually have been Mitsuzuri. What was that? It is Mitsuzuri. Mitsuzuri is rolling on the floor in the middle of the room. You sure look happy, Mitsuzuri.
Of course I am. It really pays to be at a rich temple. Look at this tatami. It's brand new. Wouldn't you, as a Japanese person, want to roll around on it? So envious. Bet Issei's already rolled around on it yesterday.
I don't think it has struck me up until this moment because she has been a kind of side character for a long time.
She's a little bit of a creature.
But it just hit me.
Listen, as a neurodivergent woman, I do really, really love floor textures, and I love laying on the floor. It's great.
I need you to understand that every single floor in my house is marbled, and my mother has an obsession with it being so squeaky clean that you can't do anything to it. I am not allowed to lay down on the floor, and it hurts.
No. I regularly sleep on our, we have like synthetic hardwood in our apartment, and I regularly sleep underneath like the plant lamps that we have on the floor.
I can't even walk around without shoes indoors.
That is heartbreaking.
That's easy, by the way.
Oh, right. Nonsense. I'm not some panda at the zoo.
Also, floor layer here. Okay. Yeah, no, that tracks.
Floor gang.
Everyone in chat is floor gang.
Okay, that's fine then. Let's enjoy it while he can't. Come on, Mato, let's do it together. It's so refreshing.
Come on, Mato, let's do it together, huh?
Let's roll around the floor together.
Yeah, rain is unattainable, so you have turned to the other one.
I'm okay. It's sorry, Senpai. This is a temple, you know.
Maybe you'd rather roll around on the ground with Ryder.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, Hon, thank you.
The overwhelming smell of grass. This party room shall be claimed by our archery club.
Flop. Thud. It's only morning and Mitsuzuri is in perfect form already.
Mitsuzuri, it is as Mato-kun said. This is neither a party room nor a place for a banquet. To be precise, this is a lecture hall. The hall where the 8 scrolls of the Lotus Sutra are read. It is the place to study Buddhist virtues. That is, a place dedicated to learning.
She's learning how soft the tatami is beneath.
Even during a training camp, you must remain solemn.
Come on! Backflip with your legs apart.
Sakura seems troubled, but is at the same time impressed by how flexible Mitsuzuri is. This is
She
important.
had reach, I had flexibility. Amiya, I beg you, please do something about that raging panda.
She does look like her fursona could be a red panda.
I see it. I really, really see it.
Right? Let her have her fun. We did it a lot ourselves too, you know.
And just when did we do that?
You were the one who made a hole in the door, but I got into trouble too, remember?
What?
Oh.
Good morning, everyone. Excuse me.
What's huge? This is the legendary Thousand Matatami room.
Maki-chan?
Wow, diving front roll. Makidera swims in the sea of tatami, a front roll twist followed by a splendid backflip.
Maki-chan, no! She's the type who just has to swim in the open air hot spring. Wasn't exactly unexpected.
Issei pokes my shoulder.
Amiya, are we gonna make it through this? This lasts for 2 days. I'm very worried. No, actually, I'm terrified.
Yeah, it's not something we can just laugh off. I'm definitely going to get in trouble by association again. Both of us have plenty of cause for worry. Makidera belly flops in the middle of the room, flips over, and looks up triumphantly.
God.
Do you see it? Van Dam's anterior cruciate ligament snapping moonsault. Her arms crossed, Mitsuri looks on coldly. Just when did she? It's a Suri!
To think you'd go nuts over something so trivial. Oh, she's devious.
I've been looked down upon! I don't know. I want to speak out. I want to reveal the fact that only moments ago, this haughty person was standing over there doing the very same thing.
Her and Rin are the same person. Who was that talking there? I wasn't paying attention.
Mitsuri.
I suppose it can't be helped. A repressed childhood does things to a person.
Ah, so rude! I've always been like this!
Makinoji, we can't support you, so why don't you just stop now?
Okay.
Alright, enough with the tomfoolery. Is everyone? I'll call for my brother. There's something he needs to tell you about first.
No, Tosaka isn't here yet.
Tosaka's no problem. Wait just a moment.
Issei disappears from the hall. I'm the only guy left.
So they did
Issei-
eventually tell him that Tosaka was coming.
Apparently. Or he's going to come back running immediately like, wait, what does this mean? Issei, it seems you're losing your cool. I suppose that's understandable, seeing as this place is crawling with femoids.
Femoids. He would.
No, he wouldn't. I mean, Issei maybe, not Shiro, I mean.
Oh, I meant Issei.
What worries me more is that this MF ratio does not even bother me anymore.
Senpai?
Sakura, did you hear anything from Tosaka? She just suggested the idea and now she's late.
I think she stayed up all night yesterday.
All night, like crawling through the library looking for material and things? I thought she went back to her ghost mansion early.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm kinda tired too, actually.
Mitsuri seems to force out a yawn. Your guys all didn't sleep? I came to her house too. That anaconda of a fox. Fox? When did she buy something like that? Truly a gigantic waste, like pearls before the swine or a sailor uniform of Fujime.
Oh my god. I received it as well, late at night. Tosaka-san's script. She asked me to skim over it.
Script? I thought she said she was just going to find a suitable play. When did she manage to write her own?
It didn't come to your house, Emiya-kun?
My house? No, we don't have a fax machine.
Then you must have slept soundly.
Oh no, she sent the entire script of a play by fax, and so it was just...
Yeah, uh-huh.
No! No!
Also, I love that all this talk of fax machines is like horribly dating this.
It's also Tosuka specifically. I'm surprised that she even had the guts to do that with a fax machine.
Isn't that a little modern for you?
Maybe Archer helped her out.
That's really funny.
Although Seguso says it with a smile, her eyes are bloodshot. No, they're not quite up to Caster's level of cynicism, but while I can't guarantee the total lack of evil design behind those eyes, they're scary enough in their own right.
She'd sent it starting from page 1, and we could have at least read it in order.
Oh no!
Oh no.
It came last page first! No wonder I thought it was difficult to follow. I'm not sure if it would have made a difference.
It came to our house too. Well, in my case, it would run the stream of blank pages.
Oh, that's Mizusuri.
Fax them wrong page up. That's Tosuka, alright.
Why did I on this talk in the streets of Fujuki at night?
I wonder how Ku's doing?
Sorry. She sent it again, but by the time it arrived, the sun was almost up.
I can see Tosuka in front of a brand new fax machine, first timidly pushing the buttons, then yelling at the poor thing as her temper builds up.
I did say that email would be fine. It would have taken at least 3 times as long that way.
Do not underestimate her! It'd be at least 5 times!
I think it'd be impossible to begin with. Kane-chan, you were last then. Did you even sleep? It was a complete all-nighter. I could faint right now.
Oh no! Oh, your expression's the same as ever. It's a sorry no, it's just different things happening. It's a sorry pouts while on the phone.
She's not answering her phone. Could she be asleep?
Yeah! Wait, that was that Nyani? Sorry,
I think that was it. I think, yes.
Incredible.
Love her. Should we go get her, just in case?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
She's fucking here. Never trust Ryder.
I'm going to have a panic attack. Awesome! Mitsuri just did a back dash. Her feet never leaving the ground.
I'm sorry, Mitsuri-senpai. I could never get the chance to introduce you.
Oh, you're here, Ryder?
When did you get here, Ryder-san?
Her eyebrow twitching, she's surveying herself like Ultraman before some extraterrestrial monster.
I have always been here with Sakura, but you must not have noticed. Lies! You were lying! Where were you hiding? That was one irresistibly attractive backflip. You were watching?
Sorry.
God, Ryder's such a freak.
Oh my god. She must have been in her spirit form. Ryder-san? Who could that be?
Sorry, Wakraya-senpai. I'll introduce you to a later time. Ryder, could you take care of Tosaka-senpai for now? Understood.
Ryder suddenly turns toward me, as if to seek my approval. Please, Ryder, we can continue without Tosaka.
Of course, I do not mind that, but
What is it?
should I not call Saber as well?
Ah,
I thought she might come with you too, senpai.
that's what I hoped, but she refused.
She's at the house all by herself tonight?
That she is.
Is that Mitsuzuri?
Mitsuzuri, yeah.
Sorry, really struggling. What? Bring her over. What? Bring her over? That pretty girl? You can't let her be alone.
You say whatever's on your mind, Mitsuzuri. You've always been like that. Sorry. Mitsuzuri immediately flirting with fucking Saber. Wait. I see the triangle going on with these three. Wait.
So gay, it's insane. Also, wow.
Wow.
But you know, wouldn't she be on the archery club's side?
So that's what you need her for. Oh, what? Elber? Come on. It must feel great not to have any care in the world, Makidera.
I'm here too, Ayako.
Mitsuzuri's hair stands on end as she quickly jumps away and retreat again.
Thank you. But you mustn't sneak up on people from behind. This is a sacred hall.
It sure sounds like the kind of thing Issei would say if he were here weeping. Well, the archery club aside. Ryder, could you say something to Saber again? Please? Sorry for her detour.
That face.
For the trouble she's pouting.
Yes, I shall see what I can do. I will be back soon.
Good thing Ryder is here.
Maybe so, but...
Sakura mutters as she watches the relieved Mitsuzuri collapse under the tatami. I love it.
Thanks for waiting. I see you're all here.
What a multitudinary fucking scene, huh? Everyone is here. Issei returns in Ryder's stead. With a man wearing a black robe and towel. Broad shoulders and stout back, this person is none other than Issei's older brother, and also the temple's current head monk.
Morning.
Good morning! The group gathers naturally and composes itself to greet him, a side effect of belonging to an athletic club. Everyone wakes up anew. Also, okay. So I do need to point out the fact that this was a scene having the male VN protagonist with a significant amount of girls, many of which are direct romantic interests of his, alone in the place, and the fucking actual, like, horny stuff was happening between Mitsuzuri and Ryder, and I love it.
Uh-huh.
Like, that just fills my heart with glee. Everyone wakes up anew.
Oh, right, that's me. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Wow, what a greeting. That's excellent. I'm the person in charge while the temple master is away. My name is Reikan. Zero, Ray, and stargazing, Kan. Being a graduate of Homurahara, I suppose I am also an old boy to you.
Reikan-san looks over at me and Mrs. Suri. We both nod slightly.
I heard that there will be an archery and track and field club members. Be archery and track and field club members. Is this everyone?
If this were school, Issei could probably speak up on everyone's behalf, but that doesn't seem to be happening here. And so, I answer in his place. I'm sorry, but there's still one missing. And it looks like there will also be a few participants that aren't students.
Uh-huh, so there'll be more, I see. Please do tell me more about it later. I won't discriminate against delinquents. Very well. I'll first tell you about this temple. Please relay the relevant information to those who arrive later.
Stand-in head monk tells us about the Rito Temple and the relationship Homurahara has with it. His crisp voice rings throughout the large hall.
Usually there are quite a few young trainees living at the temple, but as of recently, together with the head monk, they've left to visit a certain sacred mountain. If they come back alive, that would be great. If not, this temple's unusually vast grounds will be available for the Homurahara students to lay claim to. This is definitely a win-win situation.
I can tell where his jokes end, but you sure can be bored listening to him.
Please utilize this hall and the sleeping quarters as you see fit. Needless to say, the quarters are divided by gender.
Reikan-san, what if we don't have any Vaini?
Then you can sleep on the floor out here. But I heard that you will be practicing for a play? Splendid. It'd be great if a famous actor or actress comes out of this training session at Ryudo Temple. Our charms and talismans will be selling like hotcakes.
Everyone shakes their heads suddenly. Mitsuzuri alone, her finger on her chin, is listening with a serious expression.
And when that happens, we will, of course, be collecting royalties.
Oh, see, that me too!
It's just a joke. He doesn't have any charms or talismans. No, Issei. I do believe Caster-san would be able to make 100 or 2 of them in no time. We'll leave that for later. For this occasion, I shall overlook anyone staying up late.
How kind.
In return, I'd like to request you take a bit of time cleaning the hall, the road leading to the back of the temple, today and tomorrow. Consider it volunteering. Amiya-kun and Mitsuzuri-san will know exactly what to do, so please follow their lead. As I've mentioned, you can use these rooms as you see fit. You're also free to wander around elsewhere if you so desire. However, the building to the west, where Issei's, myself, and others' rooms are located, is the head monk's residence. Particularly the innermost room. It's the love nest of the Kazuki couple, so unless you have an urgent matter to attend to, I highly recommend you keep out. Else I cannot guarantee your safety.
And so, with those final words of encouragement, Reikan-san leaves and our entire group bids farewell, the same as it greeted him.
It's over without incident.
Why are you so tense, Issei? Reikan-san is just being his normal self.
Of course, as you just saw, he's a man with strong presence. If I'm ever to become a calm and collected person, I would be like Soichiro. If I am to be laid back and broad-minded, then Reikan is my model. On this, I swear.
To Issei, Reikan is a teacher before a brother.
That's that, but has Tosaka not arrived still?
Let's try it one more time.
Mitsuzuri takes out her cell phone again.
Hey, no calls in the temple halls.
Hey, no funny jokes either. After you, why did I voice her?
I have no idea. You keep doing this.
I'm so sorry.
You fool, why would it be a joke? Not that you would be able to tell one in the first place.
It was because I was priming myself to voice Tosaka and she wasn't there. I guess this will do. The back of Rito Temple didn't have much trash to clean up. Most of the work was moving around rocks or sweeping and moving the leaves to the compost pile. You want to be Ryder's juice box too? Wow.
Doesn't everybody?
Having done my part, I call out to Sakura and Mitsuri and walk down the mountain path. Just before we reach the gate, I hear the track and field club members, well, mostly Makidera, from behind the brick wall. They were given the task of cleaning up around the temple, but it seems like they're arguing about something. And the one they're arguing about is... Tosaka? I'm apologizing. Unforgivable! Must take this for a chance. And it's not school, so you don't have to act all ladylike. Apologize your normal way, the way you are when you go shopping with us and stuff. Not that bother. So energetic this early in the morning. Will it appease you if I do all the cleaning tomorrow? What's going on? Morning. When I speak up, Tosaka shrinks her shoulders. It must be her nonchalant attitude coupled with the fact of having overslept this much that has angered Makidera. But right as I'm about to step in, Makidera speaks the unthinkable. The clean doesn't matter! Huh?
No, that's not really true, Maki-chan.
Okay. If it's not about me being late, why are you mad? Makidera, calmed down by Sekusa only moments ago, lights up in an instant. Yeah, you still don't know?
Stop being so loud, Makinoji.
Oh, I can't stay quiet about this! Makidera slaps her hand with what looks like a thick roll of fax paper. That must be the legendary script. This! What do you mean I'm supposed to play the monkey? What the hell is that, huh? Monkey? Oh. So it's the play that he's riled up about? Oh, that? And Makidera-san, don't you think you'll be able to do an excellent job as a monkey? What could you possibly mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, very good. Cleared up with one try! Yep, I approve. As the best actor for the role, Makidera-san has my full support. Oh, thank you. That's not it at all! It's who you think you are, Tosaka! The director.
I love the glasses. I love the glasses.
Ain't he?
Hi, Dinty.
Smiling, she meaningfully takes out her glasses. The absolute ruling elite. For real? One way like this? Even the classics like Godzilla or Devilman can go to hell if the director takes a wrong turn.
No, Makidera-senpai? It's not final yet, although we did ask her to come up with the scripts. Right, that could be another candidate for the director's spot.
Aww, I do believe it's already my position. Tosaka doesn't even flinch. I do wonder where her confidence comes from.
I'm the dog. How about you, Kane-chan? Pheasant.
I see what we're doing.
I have no complaints about my role. However, it does make me somewhat uneasy knowing how the plot is going to unfold.
Let's see, Dong, Monkey, and Pheasant. Only one story comes to mind. So what she has sent everyone was the script for Momotaro? Not nearly unique enough for Tosaka's tastes. Well, anyway, we can't linger here all day. If we're done with the cleaning, we should gather the tools and go to the main hall. We can continue there. There's more help coming soon. They're with Ryo-kun at the moment. Osaka, you brought Saber? I blurted out in a happy voice unintentionally. Yes? Well, there's also that. What do you mean? Rin lets out a malicious chuckle, a demonic laugh with a demonic intent coming from the devil herself. It actually turned out quite funny. Her already evil aura multiplies in its intensity. Whatever could she mean by they, as in more than one, and funny? How? Through some magic on Tosaka's part, the building is full of all too familiar faces.
I expected Archer. I did not expect Ku.
Sakura and I stand speechless. Lancer is exchanging familiar greetings with Mitsusuri and the track and field team members. Ah, the Red Nichan, the ever-sneering Archer, is greeted by Makidera and the others. What a spectacle. You'll somehow know each other? That's unexpected. Well, it does cut down on the introductions then. Okay, so this scene calls for Archer and Lancer to make out in the corner. Get on it. Come on. The scripts are passed out and we have an excuse for an introduction and casting meeting.
Not that I'm doubting Saber-san and the others, but isn't it a little meaningless to have them perform?
How'd she talk Ku into this shit? Easily. She just said that she could give him a drink for this. She bribed him.
Doesn't matter. If it's just us, we'll have 2 roles per person. Besides, the main characters are still Homer students. If they can help us as extras, our play can only get better.
Mitsusuri, who likes festivities, agrees with Tosaka and the conversation moves on. Is that so? So the main character? I can be it, right? And the one who really likes festivities, Makidera, raises her voice enthusiastically about changing roles. This was the process of the monkey evolving into the main character, the start of what future generations could call the Makidera Rebellion. Well, with the roles now all taken from Tosaka's freshly finished script, the cultural festival practice begins in earnest. An orthodox fairy tale reenacted by the union of the track and field and archery clubs. An ancient story that everyone has heard at least once. So I do have to ask, time-wise, how you're doing here.
So we are closing in on when it might be good to stop. I still have like 15 minutes, but also this wouldn't be a terrible stopping point.
Yeah, because we're about to go through a silly retelling of Momotaro with their fate
I'm
characters.
presuming this is going to be a lot.
Yeah, it could be long because we could actually just go through the entire story with shenanigans happening in between.
This might not be the worst plan.
Yeah.
I've been keeping an eye on the time, but I do appreciate the call out.
I am asking chat, who already knows what's up ahead, whether this could be a good spot to stop, or if we have enough time to go through this section and then stop. I do love this kind of just silly shenanigan, but this is still plot, and I am not convinced of what may happen after this. Can't remember if the play is one long scene or broken up. Yeah.
I feel like
leave
it might be best just to leave
Even
it
if-
for the next one.
Even if it's broken up, that would mean we could do the first part, then stop after that for the interlude in between, and that
would be
could
a
be
fun
fragmented.
thing. It'd be a fun thing to start on, is exactly my train of thought.
Exactly. And so we leave with this incredible Tosuga. Look at that smug ass face.
Fantastic.
And with that save, if we go to the entrance, it advances so slow. It advances so slow.
It really does.
Oh my god. Also, before we go, one moment, I do need to... One second, there we go. Remove the video from the stream, just in case, because we're going into the special again and wallpaper. To see whatever new... Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, this is what we got. Look, chat. We got the Fate Zero wallpaper.
We gotta watch Zero.
We really do. You can see there is oops, sorry.
That is... Sorry. I was really dialed in there for a second. That is the saddest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Like...
You have no idea. You have no idea.
If I were to design a really sad guy, I feel like it would come out a lot like this.
Something about him just like holding the gun too.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see in case there's any other one that we missed, but I do not think so because we only had one chiming in of wallpaper stuff going on. There's the hamburger one.
God, all the brighter wallpapers have been so insane.
Yep, okay, this is the same as usual. Oh, by the way, we need to do this at some point. The fortune. I didn't show you, but I did. Not fortunes. Don't
Do I
guess
have
and
a
test.
thing for sad middle-aged men like some people do? Oh, buddy, you have no idea.
Sorry. My fucking fortune strip tells me that psychiatric examination is lucky. Hello?
Go to therapy, bitch.
Am I being told to go to therapy? But yeah, there's this whole thing. I did this one that showcases Archer outfits and Archer's new sprite and an additional variant. The plain clothes, right? The sign was introduced right near the end of production, actually.
But I also like the sleeveless center one.
Is that so? The concept artist said, I was worried he could look way out of place just walking around town like that, so I hurriedly drew up another design.
But I like it.
Yeah,
Look at those
so...
deltoids. Do you ever see, like, a guy's arms and just think about, like, taking a bite?
Sometimes.
Like...
A little bit, maybe.
Like a little bit? Like, maybe a little bit?
But yeah, we essentially have, like, a bunch of these that we can purchase. Oh, these.
Oh, great!
It's Sel and Lacerit in their swimsuits.
Oh, it suits them better than one would think. After all, their hairstyles are finally revealed. This will undoubtedly make some people very happy.
It says
Talking
yes.
about us.
Sel's small breasts are her selling point.
True.
Are you angry? You're not going to laugh it off? To be honest, while the subject of body types is tiresome, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so I'll be thorough.
Please, won't you die? Please try dying just once. So yeah, we can unlock like little commentary like that for like various things
These
later.
are really interesting, actually. I like these a lot.
Yeah. And of
Alright.
course, we still have to go back to the minigames we wanted at some point.
It's like we said, we have a couple streams left and then a couple years of Hanafuda.
There's also... Okay, so I haven't brought this up actually, but there is what I believe to be a little tower defense minigame that was its own game on a separate disc that came with Hollow Ataraxia.
Oh my god.
It is just a very silly sort of like parody thing going on, but we can check that out like off stream or whenever. And there's like stuff going on there and endings, but also there's spoilers for the rest of this game in there, so we won't be doing it until, because I know there's characters. What's our percentage though?
83.
Yup. We're still
Fate.
so far away. I still can't believe that writer showed up and Mitsuru immediately just bugged the fuck off.
I love what a little freak writer is.
She is so good. She's so good. She's so good. We did a 1.4% progress this stream and we didn't even finish a scene.
Yeah, we did. We did Illya.
No, I mean, we didn't finish one of the scenes we started, I mean.
Oh, right.
Prey responds, yeah, she's trying to survive. Pull that girl paper the way she's weak to scissors.
Jesus. That's really good.
Oh my god.
Alright. Well, that was a very nice, pleasant read. Nothing too crazy happened, but
Yeah, we
can I
got...
just say, I like that we started off with really good Illya content. Like, that is the kind of thing I want to see more of out of her. That was really nice, good characterization. I like when she is just a little creature you can care about.
And I love the homunculus lore. Hi.
Which was really cool.
The idea of Sela and Liz being actually completely different beings despite being nearly twins.
And we already knew that Sela and... or Liz and Illya were connected, but like having it laid out and explained so thoroughly really added a lot to the way I saw them. And it's the fact that it's like, oh yeah, no, Liz is like a weird, fucked up kind of homunculus, even among homunculi, which are already weird and fucked up.
Yeah, I kind of really like that, and the potential for like hurt comfort, angsty stuff with Sela post endings.
I am not much of a prose writer anymore. I have not written fan fiction since I was like 13. That was the first thing that has ever given me an urge of, I want to write this. Like, that's such a good concept.
Yeah. Like, I do like a little gesture with my hand, like, call me.
Heard. I'll keep that in mind.
God. And then, of course, we did the student council prelude to the whole thing here into what... I don't know what is going to be next. Like, obviously... Okay, no, I do know what is going to be next because we do not have any more plot points left. And there is one thing we haven't done. Meet the weird woman. She told us that we were essentially getting fucked over by the timeline because we were meeting her at a place we were not supposed to. And we saw her at the beginning of the game in the prologue here. And we haven't, and we don't have any other plot left, and we're at like 83% left of this game. 83% done of this game. So we have to be actually encountering her.
Like, we have to.
There's zero way we're not.
I'm so excited. I need to know what the deal with both of these strange bitches we have going on right now. I need to know the whole situation with Bizette. I need the whole situation with this bitch I don't know.
And I need fucking remind you to show his whole ass fucking face and body at some point soon.
I need to see him.
Like, we saw him through a red filter, but I am not legally allowed to use that sprite until we actually see him again and
Sorry,
properly.
Dinky. What? The woman who had a gorgasm?
Sorry, you leaned into the microphone and that, like, tone just made my hair stand on end, and then I flicker my eyes to chat and my eyes lock in on gorgasm, and I think something in me, like, snapped.
It won't be the last. God, that's funny. Oh, fuck. That's funny. I never get tired of that. Not to be confused with Gorgon, unless...
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, you somehow managed to get me in the way that fucking playing Slay the Princess did.
So I need you to know that I've been having trouble getting my XLR mic that I just got to like properly sound correctly. There might be something wrong with my sound switcher. It has a built-in reverb setting, and just for shits and giggles, I did record the "That's My Good Little Bird" thing with the reverb. Sounds uncanny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you never thought of showing me?
No, I didn't, because I could only hear it correctly through my headphones because there's an issue with the output to the laptop that I have. It doesn't hit correctly.
I
Play it. Play it now. Are you okay? Do you need to breathe?
No, I need to breathe less, if anything.
Clear the room against it. I see. I'll see what I can do over this next week.
Thank you, please.
I think part of the reason is because this laptop that I'm using is really bad and has really shitty audio connections, and I think it just literally can't handle the output.
Makes sense.
It also might be the cord I'm using. I've got to try a different one. It's like a really nice condenser microphone, so I think it's being kind of throttled by the garbage I'm attaching it to.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Me saying throttled, what about it? So I'm a Skinner box, and it's so nice to get my output when you put an input, but God forbid I do an output of my own.
No one told you to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I stalled out there for a moment. Are you good?
It's just fine. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at a message. Whatever bit was gonna get cut off by Wax Skinner Box.
Wait, is that the first time you've heard about me being a Skinner box?
I called her a Skinner Box a while back because I was explaining that she's really fun to get reactions out of. Like, it's give input, receive output. You know? Like, it's really easy just to prompt her for dopamine. It works every time.
It has completely altered.
I would call it's become a core part of your identity.
Yeah, I'm a good little Skinner box.
It's true. The best one I know.
Oh, you mean that?
I do. You are one of the most simple pleasure mechanisms that exists.
Thank you. Wow. Did you hear that, chat? I'm a simple pleasure mechanism.
I think I should probably disengage here, because if I keep going, I think I'm gonna kill you, and I don't want to do that yet.
The jet is doing some heavy lifting there, but yeah. Thank you so
for
much.
The read. Yeah, thank you for the read. Thank you for having me. Chat, thank you for being here. Same time next week.
Same time next week, and of course, the day before, more Stars in Stars on Time with Jun Sudani.
I'm very excited for more in Stars in Time.
We'll be seeing you next time
She pleasure my mechanism until I'm simple. +2. Not bad.
that gets a +4 or a tentative +6 from us.
It can only be downhill from here, so I will catch you later.
Bye-bye, loved you.
Bye-bye.
Oh my god. Whew, oh boy. So like, oh, I'm excited to see if we actually get to see, one moment. There we go. I'm excited to see if we actually do get to see Karen next time. But until then, I genuinely have no idea what this game has in store for us. We also need to do the Eclipse scene at some point, the non-pornographic one. That's apparently just the gang talking. It may also be specifically the one where they're gossiping that I've heard about. I don't know. I don't fucking know these things. I'm at the point where I'm mostly blind about what's going to be happening, so that's fun. You're right there, champ. Oh, I am, more, I am more okay than you can imagine. It's a long one. It could be a whole session. Ooh. Maybe 2 sessions in the future. We'll see about it. If we get to a good stopping point, we'll see what to do. That being said, thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you, for the wonderful time. Just being able to read this with all of you is very enriching. I'll be seeing you next time. As mentioned, more of this next week. Next Thursday, in Stars on Time with Sadania and Nania. And on Sunday, the finale of Ghost Trick awaits us. I'll be seeing you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.